Yo, what up? It's Aaron Moses. Coming out this state of meditation, I received a message, man. I was meditating and visualizing myself being protected. I was affirming how much I was protected and how much I wanted to change my ways, change my thoughts, change my actions, specific behaviors in order to protect myself from the outside world. And a lot of us do that. But the question is, what do you do to protect yourself from yourself? Now, I was going to take this video in a way different direction, more so speaking on how you should not put specific energies into specific relationships, knowing that there's a cap in the relationship, there's a limit that you're going to have emotionally and things like that because of what you've gone through, and you're just lying to yourself and the partner, knowing that you can't do something, you can't fulfill a specific role, and the energy is wasted, and you're just going to pay for something that you really don't have to pay for. That's what the original message was going to be. And if you guys want me to make that video, I will make that video. But at the end of the day, bros, what do we actually do to protect ourselves from ourselves? I spoke on this in my last video asking why. Why do you do the things you do? Why don't you protect yourself from yourself by not eating so much meat, by not smoking so many cigarettes, by going to bed a specific time, at a specific time, by not socializing with people whose lifestyles you don't agree with? That's one of the biggest problems that we may have. Not saying that these people who I don't want to be around and don't want to be like are in my life. They're feeding me energy and taking it, all within my control. If we look at the etymology of the word diet, we get at some point the word lifestyle, bro. What you feed yourself, you are what you eat. That's a literal thing. You are either expanding your energy or contracting your energy. When you expand your energy, what does your energy touch? What does it come into contact with? Contact. What does it come into contact with? When it contracts, what are you bringing back to your mind, your body, your soul? Why do you think they say you're out of your mind? Because you have all these other people's minds that don't align with yours. That when you try to attune to, you lose yourself. I'm not being myself. Because you're expanding your energy, it's coming into contact with stuff that you don't agree with vibrationally, mentally, spiritually, then you're bringing it back when you contract. Does that make any sense? Spiritually. That's your personal choice, spiritually. But if you're a married woman and you hang around a whole bunch of single women, we all know what single women do. Okay, we all know what women do. Just like men, talk about the relationships, seek validation, emotional supporting each other, and maybe not as much as men. I mean, maybe men not as much as women. But eventually, there's going to be some exchanges of information that we're going to ingest and digest, retain, and refrain from retaining. But at the end of the day, why are you hanging around people? Why are you social? Why are you letting your energy come into contact with people whose lifestyle has nothing to do with what you want for your future or yourself or your children? If you don't want your friends, if you don't want your children to be just like your friends or 70% like your friends, why are you taking this energy home in your body and rubbing it on your children and kissing your children with this energy that you don't even like? These people's apartments aren't in order. They're not in alignment with cleanliness. These people's relationships are chaotic. These people have mental health and physical diseases that you don't want your children to have. and they have control over that, but they do nothing. These people entertain thoughts that are ultimately going to lead them to separate their souls from their body earlier than the universe had intended, and you still want to rub that energy all on on your children's food and send them into the world with that energy. Why? Why do you not protect yourself from the food choices that you make? Why do you not protect yourself from the amount of depression and anxiety that you allow to live in your body? Why do you not do that? Why is that weird for you to protect yourself from yourself? Why do you? Why? Why? Is it hard? Yes, it's hard, but it's going to make you different from 95% of the world, and you're not going to live like 95% of people, which is all the more reason to protect yourself from. Most people don't protect themselves from themselves. Most people want to end up at the destination and don't even think about the route. Most people take the route and have no idea where the destination is going to be at all. Most people run from pain and have no idea where the pleasure is going to come from. Most people chase the pleasure but don't even think about the pain that they're running from. They don't even use it as fuel. They use it as a means to get to a pleasure that is only going to lead them back to the pain. That's what most people do. Is that what you want to do? Because they don't take inventory on what is inside of them. They don't know why they do what they do. Just like me, they might stop drinking. They might stop drugging. They might stop smoking cigarettes, but the, the devil is still there, bro. The devil's still there. Just like a couple years ago, when one of my subscribers told me that she didn't agree with one of my videos that I put out because she had a problem with Xanax, and she went to rehab, and instead of replacing her Xanax problem with something healthy, she now had an addiction to the internet, and that was better because it is not a tangible mind control substance, which is, it makes a lot of sense to somebody who is the enemy of knowledge. That would make a lot of sense to somebody who is in hate with logic. That would make complete sense to that type of person. But at the end of the day, whatever drove her to that place where she would put substances in her body that are neither water nor food, a medicine that's no longer a medicine because it's getting abused, for you to think that that is okay and then replace it with with something else, another drug, and think that's okay without solving the root of the problem, that's the root of the problem. Not only your ignorance, but whatever triggers you to become an addict in the first place, in a place, in a mind state where you think so illogically like a child that you don't see anything wrong with that. What I'm saying is, whatever your affliction is, whatever your vibe, people see, a lot of people, especially where I live, they may say something to the effect of, well, everybody has a vice, everybody has an addiction, everybody has a bad habit. No, that's contrary to the truth. No, they don't. Everybody's not addicted to something. Everybody doesn't put horrible things in their body. Do I? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do it. I'm not proud of it. Not anymore. But at the end of the day, what do you do to protect yourself? What do you do? Do you do you make sure to avoid negative conversations? Do you work on transmutation? Do you do you affirm that your weaknesses will be turned into strengths? Do you affirm that you are going to you're going to replace your bad habits with good habits? Do you do any of those things? Do you stop talking to people who choose stagnation and idiocy over growth and love for self? Do you do that? You probably don't. You probably don't. If you do, kudos to you. But the first thing that you have to do is protect yourself from yourself. The first thing that you have to do is prioritize your protection. I'm not gonna make a whole. I don't want to turn this into a whole new subject, but I just want to leave you with this. No matter what people tell you, no matter what society has fed you, You are the most important person in this world. You know why? Because it just has to be like that. Yes, there's billions of people in this world. Yes, there are thousands of people who can be impacted by your life. But how is that going to happen if you're not okay? I was having a discussion with my woman yesterday, actually, and I was explaining to her that she needs to treat herself as well as she treats her child because she's an amazing mother, like one of the best mothers I ever met in my life. But at the same time, she does not show herself. She probably shows herself a quarter of the love that she shows her child, which is a lot, a lot, a lot. She loves her child a lot. She's obsessed with him, and to be honest, it's gonna drive a wedge in between us eventually. But for now, it's cool. I love you, baby. But so the thing about it is, a lot of you guys suffer from this. A lot of you guys don't understand that something horrible can happen to your child. You know, hopefully it doesn't. Blessings to them. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna have to pay bills. You might have to pay more bills. You feel me? That child's life is important for the future, for your mental health right now, and for your peace of mind, but more so for the future, right? Your life is important immediately, every day, right now. Am I saying that you need to put yourself above your child or first? I'm saying there are instances where that's going to be a necessary option that you have to make. That's what I'm saying. Is it because I feel like how I was treated when I was growing up? That's not exactly it, but because that was the situation, I can understand why a lot of things happen in my life. People putting their careers before me, people moving me all kind of places, not understanding how that would affect my mental health, but because one person missing something. Damn, that started the crap out of me, bro. Took me out of my character. But at the end of the day, what I am saying is, bros, there are thousands of people right now that need your help. Thousands of people right now, including your children, including your immediate family, your mom, your pet. And if you don't do what you need to do, just pretend, because this is true what I'm gonna say. There are thousands of people waiting on you to get your stuff together. Your child, your children in the future unborn, your homeless people, homeless children, dogs, cats, all kind of animals that will be adopted by these thousands of people when they get their money right because they had a conversation with you or interacted with your movement or your brand. All of them are going to die if you don't do your best and you don't protect yourself from yourself and put yourself first and be selfish. They're going to die. They're going to be worse. They're dying right now because you're not being selfish enough, because you're not being educated enough, because you're not protecting yourself enough. Money, knowledge, self-respect, self-love, good hygiene, studying, meditation, yoga, push-ups, sit-ups, all of that stuff is what's going to keep you protected. Reading, putting this down, putting this beautiful thing down, that is going to protect you. And if you don't protect yourself, you don't need to protect you really don't need to be protecting yourself from the outside world. Because you are the outside world, bro. Because as much as you don't protect yourself from yourself, that's how the outside world is going to treat you. Okay? How do you give respect? You got to respect yourself. You got to give respect to get respect. Yeah, to yourself. That's all I got to say. That's all I have to say. If you don't get your stuff together, all those people, they're going to be worse. They're waiting on you. They might die, they might not, but you don't want to take that chance. You don't want to have that on you. Okay? Love yourself, bro. It's Sarah Moses. I'm the bang, you the bang, we the bang together, man. Life is in the breath. Peace.